Gazans are still being murdered and starved in Gaza. It's their land. They've been relegated to what I read is 18% of their own land. The equivalent of 8 atomic bombs have been dropped on that tiny little Gaza Strip. The two sources said 8 atomic bombs. One said 4. Whether it's equivalent of 4 atomic bombs or the equivalent of 8 with all the munitions that have been exploded there, it's unforgivable. That amount of explosives on a country with that many poor people and destroying their cities, completely white leveling certain cities, with estimated USA military experts, retired, have estimated, just by looking at the wreckage, 200 to 400,000 dead underneath the crushed buildings that Israel crushed. And half of those people in Gaza are children. That means with the unaccounted for people, the people that are missing was just reported as 377,000 people missing in Gaza, likely dead because most of them crushed under the infrastructure that Israel blew up indiscriminately. And half of those people that live in Gaza are children. So when people bomb indiscriminately like Israel has, they likely have killed that many children, half of that many children. There may be people that are found, some that got out of the country, but it's still going to be a very large number that has been killed. And, you never find out until the end of the war, or what's called a war. It's not a war. It's one people with a military and one people without a military being murdered. That's my view of it. That's my opinion of it. And they need to get all the aid that's waiting at the border. And the only way I see that happening is to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu, as he's the ICC has arrest warrants out for him for his war crimes. He should be arrested, and then another entity should come in and force them to allow all of the aid trucks to come in to feed and give aid to all the people that need it in Gaza, desperately need it. I read more and more stories. They're getting worse and worse and closer to death, and some dying, and they're very desperate now. And I don't know what else I can do. I mean, I'm getting hit with energy attacks here. I can barely walk some days, depending on how long ago they hit me with energy attacks. I mean, it goes through my brain over and over and over again. What can I do for people halfway across the world in a in a destruction zone, better termed, a killing zone, when I can barely walk certain days because of energy attacks? I'm not whining with this. I'm saying I don't know what else I can do other than post and post and post, like I do on x.com/WADS2ND. This is for youtube.com/@WADEALANHEINEMN. I have recent videos on the valuable stones I documented, because the frauds have stolen 90% of the count of stones, valuable stones, since March of 2024. So I documented some of them so that I could try to keep hold of these until I can get them sold for my parents and myself. I get 50% commission. But I'm only saying this on this video because this will be above those videos. And I have to try and keep living my life. And I really wish there's more I could do. I don't think sending money for aid isn't going to help, since they aren't letting the aid in. So, I don't, at this point, don't plan to send any aid money until I know it for sure it's going to get there. And right now it's not getting there for sure. So there's plenty of aid there. It's just not getting in. I don't know what I can do to open up the borders. I condemned Netanyahu. I've condemned what they're doing to Gaza. This has been going on for 2 months or 3 months. I've been posting on x.com/WADES2ND to arrest Netanyahu so they can get aid in there and get Israel out of an illegally occupied country. That is not their country that they are destroying, leveling, destroying, dropping munitions to the equivalent of 4 or 8 atomic bombs, whichever it is. It's been stated several times now. That's how much, and by looking at it, it looks just like all munitions dust when they show pictures. It's just, I don't know how people can be that cruel. I really don't. It boggles your mind, and I think a lot of people, that's why they don't say anything, because they can't understand how people can do those things. And the people in the United States are not getting the real news if they're watching TV or listening to the radio. It's absolutely not there. You have to get it online, and you have to be looking, you have to be scouring X and YouTube for it until they start, sending you what you've been looking at. And it's just very sad, and I wish I could do more. I don't know what I can do, and I have my own problems here, getting hit with energy attacks and people stalking me, breaking into my vehicles over and over again, stealing my stuff, and staging lie after lie after lie that it has something to do with a minor or that I'm a bully. I have PTSD, and they surveil me and then try to make it seem like I'm a bully to someone. I have no connection to anyone. It's them doing things to me, destroying my life, stealing from me over and over and over again, breaking into my vehicles, staging lies, stalking me, and then they try and turn everything around on me. It's so pathetic, but that's who they are. That's the pathetic group. The no honor, no integrity, no courage, no bravery, no character people that are doing the same thing, much worse in Gaza and the West Bank, that people are doing to my life here in the United States. But it's not the same thing, but it is in a way. It's people not respecting other people's lives and not allowing them to live their lives. And in Gaza, they're killing them and destroying their lives and not allowing them to even get basic aid that they need. Bombing their hospitals. Israel bombed or targeted 40 hospitals in Lebanon, 36 in Gaza, and now 4 in Iran. And they're complaining about the one that got hit in Israel. 40 in Lebanon, 36 in Gaza, and 4 in Iran. This is why I have very little sympathy for Israel right now. It's Netanyahu's Israel, and there are people in Israel that are not for this war. But there are a lot of them that are for doing what they're doing to Gaza, which is reprehensible. And I've been saying it on my X account for 2 to 3 to 4 months now. I don't know how long it's been now. But over and over again, I've been posting about it. Signing off, youtube.com/@WADEALANHEINEMNMN. I think we have to insist that Netanyahu gets arrested. I don't know how else they're going to get aid into these people that need it desperately.